Welcome back, folks, guys and gals. Greg Silverman here for another session of Come Learn with me. So what do? We curate a bunch of articles every week, specifically focused on the investment themes. And all those articles that get the most shares and likes through our network, we kind of do a Come Learn with me session, highlighting and reading and studying them together. So this one is an annual prediction one. Byron Wien is very well known. He's with who's Byron with? He's with BlackRock or Blackstone. I can never remember, but very well known. He does his famous 10-point predictions for the coming year, and they're always good and entertaining. And I think he's got a fairly good success rate. But anyway, nonetheless, let's see what he's got to say about 2022. Byron Wien and Joe Zidle announces their 10 surprises of 2022. Byron Wien, vice chairman of what? We don't know. Well, Blackstone, I think, yeah. Byron Wien, vice chairman with Joe Zidle, chief investment strategist in the private wealth solutions at Blackstone, today announced a list of the 10 surprises of 2022. This is the 37th year Byron has given his views on a number of economic, financial, market, and political surprises for the coming year. Byron defines a surprise as an event that the average investor would only assign 1 out of 3 chance by taking place, but which Byron believes is probable, having a better than 50% likelihood of happening. Byron started the tradition in 1986 when he was the chief US investment strategist at Morgan Stanley. Byron joined Blackstone in September 2009 as a senior advisor to both the firm and its clients in analyzing economic, political, market, and social trends. In 2018, Joe Zidle joined Byron Wien in the development of the 10 surprises. I'd love to know what his track record is. All right. 2022, the combination of strong earnings clashes with rising interest rates resulting in the S&P making no progress in 2022. Value outperforms growth, high quality continues, and there is a correction that approaches but does not exceed 20%. Well, we're definitely having that correction. While the prices of some commodities decline, wages and rents continue to rise, and the consumer price index and other widely followed measures of inflation increased by 4.5% for the year. Declines in prices of transportation and energy encourage the die-hard proponents of the view that inflation is transitory, but persistent inflation becomes the dominant theme. The bond market begins to respond to rising inflation and tapering by the Federal Reserve, and the yield on the 10-year rises to 2.75. The Fed completed tapering and raises rates 4 times in 2022. I think when I last looked, 10-year rates were at 1.75, so 100 basis points to go. In spite of the Omicron variant, group meetings and convention gatherings returned to pre-pandemic levels by the end of the year. Wow. While COVID remains a problem throughout both the developed and the less developed world, normal conditions are largely restored in the US. People spend 3 to 4 days a week in offices and return to theaters, concerts, and sports arenas in mass. Oh, hallelujah. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Chinese policymakers respond to recent turmoil in the country's property market by curbing speculative investment in housing. As a result, there is more capital from Chinese households that needs to be invested. A major asset management industry begins to flourish in China, creating opportunities for Western companies. Oh, that's an interesting one. It's an interesting take on, her real estate bust, I guess. The price of gold rallies by 20% to a new record high. Despite strong growth in the US, investors seek the perceived safety and inflation hedge of gold amidst rising price and volatility. Gold reclaims its title as a haven for newly minted billionaires, even as cryptocurrencies continue to gain market share. All right. Let's see. What would that prediction? I think gold was at about maybe $1,800 at the end of 21. So 20% is $360, $2,100. Oh, that would be great, huh? While the major oil producing countries conclude the high oil prices are speeding up the implementation of alternative programs, allowing US shale producers to become profitable again, these countries can't increase production enough to meet demand. The price of West Texas crude confounds forward curves and analyst forecasts when it rises above $100 a barrel. Whoa. Interesting, huh? Suddenly, the nuclear alternative for power. Oh, so we've been saying this all along for a long time. Check out our Come Learn With Me uranium section. There are different colors, different color borders if you look at all our videos. Suddenly, the nuclear alternative for power generation enters the arena Enough safety measures has been developed to reduce fears about its danger, and the viability of nuclear power is widely acknowledged. A major nuclear site is approved for development in the Midwest of the United States. Fusion technology emerges as a possible future source of energy. Wow, Byron, we've been saying this for ages now. Oh, excuse me. Evolves beyond corporate policy statements. Government agencies develop and enforce new regulatory standards that require public companies in the US to publish information documenting progress on various metrics deemed critical in the new area. Federal Reserve governors spearhead implementation of stress tests to assess institutions' vulnerability to climate change scenarios. Wow. All right. In a setback to its green energy program, the United States finds it cannot buy enough lithium batteries to power electric vehicles planned for production. China controls the lithium market as well as the market for cobalt and nickel used in making transmission rods, and it opts to reserve most of the supply of these commodities for domestic use. So Google the lithium price, and you'll see it's kind of gone skyrocketing. Every year, there are always a few surprises that do not make the 10 because we either do not think they are as relevant as those on the basic list, or we're not comfortable with the idea that they are probable. Let's see. The FDA approves the first ex vivo gene editing treatment. This stimulates further research into genomic medicine, and progress is accelerated on developing in vivo gene therapy. Ethical concerns around CRISPR technology inspire heated debate, but also focus investor attention on pharmaceuticals and healthcare sector. That's one of our mini groups, chaps and ladies. Biotech. The digital economy gets a major boost when Jamie Dimon reverses his position on cryptocurrencies and JP Morgan seeks to become a leader in the space. Crypto becomes a major factor in the financial markets. I think it already is. The United States and China both seek to become the global leader in advanced semiconductor capabilities in order to reduce their dependence on offshore manufacturing of the technology. The US government commits major funds to private contractors for semiconductor research, while China focuses on state-owned enterprises to get the job done. Okay. Puerto Rico becomes a new retirement destination of choice. People are attracted by the good weather and low tax rates, and they put aside fear of hurricanes. Interesting. All of the above. Guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that article. If you do enjoy these Come Learn With Me sessions, please subscribe and like this article and subscribe to my channel. And more about our investment programs and mini themes and all sorts of offerings that we have. Take a look and follow those links below. This is Greg Silverman out for now.